that time when you were in Titan at that time, was steroid use as out of control in the locker room as everybody makes it out to be, or
No, because at that time it was the first time we had urine tests, drug testing.
oh, okay.
Cocaine was the bigger problem, but back then we were making really good money, and the guys that had bad problems were either fired or cut loose or quit.
Right.
Or went to rehabs and got their act together. But we had Bachwinkle. We called him Nick the Dick Bachwinkle because he used to watch everybody piss in the cup. And back then they didn't care about weed or anything like that. But eventually it became a big problem because Duggan and Sheik got busted on Jersey Turnpike.
Right.
Jersey Parkway on my first day in Asbury Park.
That was a huge story too.
Big news because it's never been blown out of proportion with the media until then. And you can't, if slow mind, slow career.
Yeah.
Drugs are not the way to go in this business. You got a lot of people look up to you. You want to get high, fine, you do it. If it anyway it defers you from your performing in the ring, you need to quit. If it doesn't, like look at Pillman.
Yeah.
He was so messed up, he lost a lot of his talent because, I believe, when you get to the point like Razor, Scott Hall, to where here you're making $900-something grand a year, you got a wife, you got kids, you got houses, and your first priority in life is to get ahead, to get high.
Yeah. What
about your wife and kids? What about your job, your money? And to me, it's a sickness, man, and they need help. It's not good.
No, not at all. You think since you were in during the heyday of the WWF as far as the crowds and everything, you think wrestling will ever be that hot again?
I think this ECW is going to bring it to that point eventually.
Really?
Just the style, the hardcoreness, the outlawishness. People love the outlaw shit, man. Like
was it Steve Austin?
Steve Austin, sure, but Tammy and Pamela, Pamela Lee and Tommy. Even though they set the whole thing up, I think, but it's just that outlaw. Everybody wanted to see the video, and that people just all want to be crooks and thieves, and by watching something that's kind of bootleg or outlawed, they're going to feed into it and they're going to want to see more of it, and it's going to get back. History, if you notice in this business, the wheel goes around.
That's what Abdullah Butcher said when we did that shoot interview with him.
The wheel goes around. And if you can remember, Pro Wrestling USA with Gary Juster and Crockett.
Yeah.
One time was hot.
Yeah.
The NWA, Vern Gagne, was the hottest thing going. Then it dropped, and then you had Magnum PI and all the boys down NWA. Got hot, made millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then it just faded and dropped. Then Vince took off.
Yeah.
Now it's WCW's turn, but now you got all three companies pulling and drawing, and slowly but surely it's getting back up on top. And there's more money in the business now, and the guys are getting more, and they're getting better contracts, they're getting better guarantees. So, it's becoming like the NFL. It's becoming, wow, they're stars, they're millionaires, they're celebrities. Let's go check it out. It's building.
Seems like it's gotten more corporate too.
More political too.
Yeah. Anyway, this past Monday, WWF finally beat WCW in the ratings. You think that's why? You think WCW is just killing themselves by putting on 2 hours of television on Thursday, 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Saturday, an hour on Sunday?
I don't think it kills it. It kills them because you know what? It gets stale because the NWO can only do so much.
Right.
And here you have a booking committee of everybody that is in the NWO, the top guys. So of course they're going to get their shit over,
right?
And everybody else is going to be unhappy because they're going to be abused. They rose to the top, and now they're going to slowly drop because they can't beat what they did. It was overexposure, and I think they overkilled it. And it's just too much. They're drawing great houses. Vince is drawing great houses. ECW has been sold out since November.
Yeah.
I mean, the business is good for us.
Right.
But it's weird how these two big here you got Ted Turner, zillion dollars, never ending wallet. Here you have New York, lot of money, a lot of TV exposure. And here you have this little pissant company, ECW. Now, all of a sudden, all these big companies are threatened by, ECW, and they're trying to, steal the talent, and the limited talent that it is. And they're trying to get it by, giving these guys bogus contracts and then screwing them in the long run. So it's too much.
And it all comes back because eventually the contracts are going to run out and the guys are going to leave. And
well, what are they going to do? What other business are they going to own? And what other options? What are they going to sell cars, bang nails, build houses?
Yeah.
So they're going to settle for less. I mean, it's just eventually the Bischoff, I don't know him, so I can't say what he is or what he isn't.
All right.
Vince, Paulie. Paulie's good because Paulie has a relationship with Vince. You have Bischoff, who's supposedly total egotistical, my way or the highway, or I made you, you ain't shit without me, I pay you everything, you're mine, I own you. Vince is like, you're mine till we get this angle over, until we get WrestleMania over, and then you're shit. With Paulie, you're his family, and we're all family, and I started with Paulie. I got Paulie his first job in Memphis, back in '86, and Paulie got me my first gig at Studio 54.
Right, I did it for Ric Flair, right?
Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, and I wrestled in Studio 54 with Otis Day in the Night.
You were the big attraction at that. The debut of Bam Bam Bigelow there. Yeah.
Otis, my man. But Paulie's one of the boys, and sometimes he has to draw the line and be the boss, which is a business decision, and business has to come first. Otherwise, we'll all be out of a job.
Yeah.
But he creates an atmosphere where when you go to work, you're happy.
Yeah.
And everybody says hello to you, and there's no cliques, and there's no circle of guys, there's no loop, and everybody deals with each other. Everybody watches each other matches. Everybody, coax each other on. Yeah. And there's some egos there, but they could be dealt with, and shit. It's a great atmosphere.
Hey, you have a question for Bam Bam?
Yeah.
What's your name and where you calling from?
It's Anthony again.
What?
What's your question?
I want to know how long he's staying in ECW for.
Anthony, to tell you the truth, I think I'm ECW for life. I love it here. And, I really appreciate they got the best fan clientele in the business. You guys are loyal. You dig the product.
I want to know, are you ever going to get another title shot?
I'm sure. I'm going to go, hey, I got my heart set on being a world champ again, sooner or later.
That's cool. Okay, that's all I need to know.
All right, Anthony, take care.
See ya.
Take that dildo out of your ear.
You have a question for Bam Bam? Hello? I guess I don't know.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's too much, Anthony.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Jeremy Kiedis from Philadelphia.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Bam Bam, what do you think of the future of ECW?
Oh, the future's so bright. I gotta wear shades, man. It's happening. It's gonna be bigger than anybody could ever imagine. TV wise, talent wise, showmanship wise, hardcore wise. It's. I tell you what, the other two companies gotta look behind their shoulder because we're coming.
Do you think that ECW needs more Mexican wrestlers, more high flyers?
Well, the Mexican wrestlers, man, are always known for, a lot of spots. Some of them do it real well, and some of them look, in my opinion, is too choreographed. But, like guys like Connect and Dos Mascaras, Mil Mascaras, it's just a lot of good high spots and a lot of good stuff, and a lot of creativity in the Mexican matches. Them guys deserve a lot of credit. They're small guys that made their way in the business and do real well. I don't see why we wouldn't bring them in.
Do you think the triple threat will be better in the future?
I think the triple threat's going to go to Mexico and kick everybody's ass. That's what I think.
Kick everybody's ass.
That's it, man.